What if the healthy snack you've been eating for years is quietly destroying your kidneys, and you won't feel a thing until it's too late? I'm Dr. Johnny, and I've treated patients who look perfectly healthy, normal blood pressure, ideal weight, no pain, but their kidneys were already 80% gone. No warning, no symptoms, just silent damage that couldn't be reversed. And here's the part nobody tells you: the foods that get marketed as heart healthy, brain boosting, even doctor approved, can be the exact ones pushing you toward dialysis. But there's good news, because today, I'm going to show you the 4 nuts that can protect your kidneys like trained bodyguards, and the 3 you should never touch if you value your health. And before we get into the list, I need to take you inside your own body, because understanding how your kidneys fail silently is the only way to save them in time. Now that you know the rules of the game, let's meet the first of our 4 angel nuts, the ones that don't just avoid harming your kidneys, they actively protect them. And topping the list, wearing the crown in the nut kingdom, is the mighty macadamia. Forget the hype about trendy health snacks. Macadamias are in a league of their own. 1 ounce delivers just 104 milligrams of potassium, 53 milligrams of phosphorus, and a modest 2.2 grams of protein. That means they create less waste for your kidneys to filter, while still giving you the kind of healthy fats your body craves. These aren't just any fats, we're talking monounsaturated fats, the same heart-protective kind found in olive oil. They act like a silky lubricant for your blood vessels, keeping inflammation low and circulation smooth, which is critical because heart health and kidney health are locked together. Protect one and you protect the other. Research shows macadamia's oleic acid can calm inflammation right down to the cellular level, a huge win for seniors, since chronic inflammation is one of the most silent yet deadly kidney killers. And here's the bonus: with about 200 calories per serving, they keep you full longer, helping you avoid the snack trap that often leads to unhealthy choices. Enjoy them raw and unsalted, about 10 to 12 nuts, ideally 2 to 3 hours after lunch. Store them in an airtight container in the fridge to preserve that sweet, buttery flavor. If you've been underestimating macadamias, you're not alone, but wait until you hear about the next nut. It's cheaper, easier to find, and comes with a built-in safety mechanism that makes it even harder for phosphorus to sneak into your system. And that secret is what makes it a true hidden hero for your kidneys. If macadamias are the crown jewels, then pecans are the quiet advisors, not flashy, but full of wisdom and power. They've been protecting human health for generations, and your kidneys are no exception. 1 ounce of pecans brings just 116 milligrams of potassium and 79 milligrams of phosphorus, levels so gentle, they practically tiptoe past your kidneys. But here's where it gets interesting: pecans contain natural phytates, compounds that actually bind to phosphorus and stop your body from absorbing too much. Think of it as a built-in safety filter, guarding you from one of the most dangerous mineral overloads in kidney disease. They're also antioxidant champions, packing more vitamin E and polyphenols than most other tree nuts. These work like a cleanup crew, sweeping away the inflammatory molecules that silently chip away at kidney function over time. And pecans have a special form of vitamin E gamma tocopherol that's especially protective for your urinary tract, the very pathway that inflammation loves to attack. For best results, enjoy 6 to 8 pecan halves raw, unsalted, and ideally fresh chopped right before eating. Add them to oatmeal for a slow-release energy boost, or sprinkle them over a salad for a nutty crunch without the kidney stress. Store them in the fridge or freezer to lock in their rich, buttery flavor. But here's the thing: as good as pecans are, there's one nut that delivers something pecans can: a rare plant-based omega-3 that not only calms inflammation, but also keeps your heart and kidney blood vessels young and flexible. And that brings us to the next powerhouse on our list. If pecans are the wise advisors, then English walnuts are the battle-tested warriors armed with a weapon your kidneys have been craving: plant-based omega-3s. While fish usually get all the credit for omega-3 power, walnuts quietly deliver alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, the plant version that your heart and kidneys both desperately need. Why does this matter? Because cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer in people with kidney problems. The omega-3s in walnuts work like a squad of firefighters, rushing to put out the tiny, chronic inflammatory fires that scar blood vessels in both your heart and your kidneys. Studies even show walnut eaters have significantly lower C-reactive protein, one of the strongest markers for dangerous inflammation. Kidney safety check. An ounce of walnuts has just 125 milligrams of potassium, 98 milligrams of phosphorus, and a reasonable 4.3 grams of protein, well within the safe zone for most people with creatinine concerns. Just make sure you choose English walnuts. Black walnuts pack more phosphorus and protein, making them riskier for sensitive kidneys. The easiest way to enjoy them, 7 to 10 walnut halves. Raw or lightly toasted without oil or salt. Pair them with other healthy fats like in a salad with olive oil to boost omega-3 absorption. Keep them in the fridge to protect their delicate oils from going rancid. And here's the twist as powerful as walnuts are. Our next angel isn't rich in protein or fat at all. In fact, it's a sweet, starchy surprise that behaves more like a gentle grain than a nut, and it could be the softest, most kidney-friendly choice of them all. If walnuts are the warriors, chestnuts are the gentle healers, a comfort food in disguise that treats your kidneys with kindness. Forget the heavy fats and dense proteins of most nuts. Chestnuts are different. They're light, sweet, and built more like a wholesome grain than a nut, making them a rare treat your kidneys can truly relax with. Here's why they stand out. 1 ounce has about 168 milligrams of potassium, just 30 milligrams of phosphorus, and less than a single gram of protein. That means almost no creatinine waste for your kidneys to clean up. Plus, chestnuts are rich in resistant starch, a special type of carbohydrate that feeds your gut's good bacteria. And when your gut microbiome is healthy, it helps process and remove uremic toxins before they ever burden your kidneys. They're not just for the holidays either. Fresh, vacuum-packed, dried, or frozen, you can find chestnuts year-round. Roast them for that classic warm aroma. Puree them into soups for creamy texture without dairy, or grind them into gluten-free flour for baking. Just remember to store them properly and avoid any with mold or off smells. But as soothing as chestnuts are, not all nuts are this forgiving. In fact, some carry a hidden danger so intense that just a few bites can tip your body into toxic territory. And our first dangerous nut on the list comes with a warning label nature forgot to print. And here's where the story takes a sharp turn. Because while chestnuts are the gentlest friend your kidneys could ask for, Brazil nuts are the kind of friend who smiles at you while holding a loaded weapon behind their back. One single Brazil nut contains around 96 micrograms of selenium. That's almost twice the daily recommended amount, and it only takes 4 or 5 to push you into toxic territory. The upper safe limit is 400 micrograms, but kidney patients reach that danger zone far faster because their bodies can't clear excess minerals as efficiently. Selenium toxicity isn't just a number on a chart, it's real and ugly. Think hair falling out in clumps, hands that can't stop trembling, tingling feet, brittle nails, nausea, fatigue that lingers for weeks, and in severe cases, nerve damage. And that's before we even talk about their phosphorus load over 200 milligrams per ounce, one of the highest of any nut. For compromised kidneys, that's a double hit: weak bones from calcium loss and hardened, calcified blood vessels. The trapped Brazil nuts often show up hidden in mixed nut blends, protein bars, and so-called superfood snacks. You think you're eating something heart-healthy, but inside is a mineral bomb your kidneys can't diffuse. And if you think the solution is simply just eat less, wait until you meet our next dangerous nut-a-snack, so addictive that even when you try to control yourself, you'll end up eating far more than your kidneys can handle. If Brazil nuts are a ticking time bomb, pistachios are a slow burn trap, the kind you walk right into because you think you're in control. They're marketed as the healthy snack you can eat by the handful. But for anyone with kidney issues, That handful can quietly push you toward real danger. Here's the problem: just 1 ounce of pistachios packs around 285 to 290 milligrams of potassium. That's already 50% above the safe threshold for many kidney patients. Add 150 milligrams of phosphorus and 6 grams of protein, and you've got a perfect storm of kidney stressors wrapped in a tiny green shell. High potassium isn't something you feel right away, but when it strikes, it hits hard, irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, and in the worst cases, cardiac arrest. And the worst part, pistachios are almost impossible to portion control. Shelling them one by one tricks your brain into thinking you're pacing yourself, but in reality, you can blow through 3 or 4 servings before you even realize it. If you miss the ritual of cracking shells, switch to roasted sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds. They give you the same hand-to-mouth satisfaction with a fraction of the potassium. But even though pistachios are risky, they don't hold the most dangerous title on this list. That belongs to a nut so common, so deeply woven into healthy eating culture, that people unknowingly load their diet with it every single day, and for kidneys under stress. It's a double-edged blade that can cut deep. If pistachios are the sneaky trap, almonds are the wolf in sheep's clothing, celebrated as a superfood in every health magazine, baked into heart-healthy snacks, and poured into lattes as trendy almond milk. But for kidneys already under pressure, almonds are anything but harmless. Let's break it down. A single quarter cup of almonds delivers about 200 milligrams of potassium, 137 milligrams of phosphorus, and 6 grams of protein. That phosphorus number alone is enough to raise red flags for anyone with declining kidney function. But the real hidden danger, oxalates in almonds, are loaded with them. 1 ounce contains roughly 122 milligrams of oxalates, more than double the daily safe limit for people prone to kidney stones. Inside your body, these compounds bind with calcium to form sharp, painful crystals that can block and scar your kidneys. The problem doesn't stop with whole almonds. Almond flour, almond butter, and almond milk concentrate these risks, and many processed almond products also contain phosphate additives that your body absorbs almost completely. It's a 1-2 punch: natural phosphorus plus highly absorbable additives. If you're looking for a safer alternative, try sunflower seeds for vitamin E or hazelnuts for healthy fats, without the high oxalate load. And now that you know the heroes and the villains of the nut world, it's time to talk about the one factor that can make even an angel nut dangerous: portion size. Because how much you eat and how often can be the difference between nourishing your kidneys and slowly wearing them down. Knowing which nuts to eat is only half the story. The other half is knowing exactly how much your kidneys can handle. Because even the safest nut, eaten in the wrong amount, can tip the balance from healing to harm. If you're between 50 and 65 with only mild kidney concerns, you can usually enjoy about a quarter cup of kidney-friendly nuts 3 to 4 times a week. At this stage, your kidneys still have some reserve power, so moderate portions of macadamias, pecans, walnuts, or chestnuts can nourish without overload. Just keep an eye on your lab results over time, not just single readings. From 65 to 75, when kidney function naturally dips about 1% each year, it's wise to scale back to 2 or 3 tablespoons. Stick with the lowest mineral options and avoid high-risk nuts completely. It's about protecting what's left, not pushing your luck. Over 75, or if you're managing advanced kidney disease, keep it to 1 or 2 tablespoons at most, and only the safest nuts. Many in this age group also have chewing difficulties, so lightly chopping or grinding nuts can make them easier and safer to enjoy. Always choose raw, unsalted nuts with no phosphate additives. Organic is fine, but what really matters is reading the ingredient list. Store nuts in airtight containers in the fridge to prevent rancidity, and buy in smaller amounts to keep them fresh. And here's the takeaway: when you match the right nut to the right portion, you turn a snack into a daily act of kidney protection. But to make that protection last, you'll want to pair it with other simple habits that keep your kidneys strong for years. And that's where our conclusion will tie it all together. So now you know the truth: 4 nuts that can act like loyal bodyguards for your kidneys, and 3 that can quietly work against you. But knowledge only helps when you use it. Choose your nuts wisely, measure your portions, and pay attention to how your body responds over time. The smallest, most consistent changes often have the biggest impact on protecting your kidney function for years to come. I want you to remember this. Your kidneys don't complain until it's almost too late. Every smart choice you make today, every snack you swap, every portion you adjust is a deposit into your long-term health. If this video helped you, save it so you can come back anytime to review the safe nut list and portion guide. And subscribe to the channel, because we share the latest, doctor-reviewed tips on kidney health and practical ways to protect your body, not just for now, but for the years ahead. Your health is worth the effort, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Until next time, stay informed, stay healthy, and take care of your kidneys. They take care of you every single day.